Now we are going to discuss about Fresnel distance, and also it is nothing but validity of ray optics. What do you mean by Fresnel distance here? It is the distance up to which the ray optics is valid. Now let us discuss about the Fresnel distance by the diagram. Let us consider this is a single slit and it is a screen. Then when a wavefront is incident on the slit here, at the edges of the slit, okay, the light is diffracted. These are the light rays. So these light rays can show the direction of propagation of the wave here, plane wavefront. Then if the light rays travel straight without any deviation from its incident path, then here we will get the image of the slit, and the size of the image of the slit is equal to slit width. The slit width can be taken as A here. Slit width is taken as A, and the size of the image of the slit on the screen is equal to the slit width. But due to the diffraction of the light at the edges of the slit or at the corners of the slit, then we will get the image again on the screen here due to the diffraction of light. Already you know that what do you mean by diffraction of light. Diffraction of light is nothing but it is a bending of light at the edges or corners of the slit or obstacle. Then listen here. The size of the image of the slit is greater than slit width here. Then here the wave optics dominates. Okay, that means the wave optics is valid. But I will take this screen to here now. Then again I will get the image of the slit on the screen, and this size of the image of the slit on the screen is equal to the slit width here. Okay, that is A. Okay, so the size of the image of the slit on the screen is equal to the slit width. That can be taken as A here. Okay, then now this is due to the ray nature of light. Okay, because the light rays pass straight, or the light rays travel straight without deviation up to this distance. This distance is called Fresnel distance. That Fresnel distance can be represented as ZF. Okay, so listen here. Up to this distance, the light rays travel straight without any deviation. Then we will get the image of the slit on the screen here. The size of the image of the slit is equal to the slit width. So up to this distance the ray optics is valid. After this distance the wave optics is valid. Okay, so this distance is called Fresnel distance. Then what do you mean by Fresnel distance? Fresnel distance is the minimum distance that a beam of light travels without deviation from its straight path. Okay, what is Fresnel distance here? Fresnel distance is nothing but it is the minimum distance a beam of light, this is the beam of light, travels without any deviation. Up to this distance the light travels without any deviation from its straight path. Then this distance is called the Fresnel distance. Okay, and up to this distance the ray optics is valid. So after this distance the wave optics is valid, because the size of the image of the slit goes on increasing due to the diffraction of light. because here the wave optics dominates. Okay. Then what is the expression for the Fresnel distance? We are going to derive the expression for Fresnel distance. Expression for Fresnel distance. What is the expression for Fresnel distance? Once again, I will draw the diagram here. Screen. These are the diffracted waves which are meet at a point on the both sides on the screen here, and these are the straight rays which are passed without any deviation. Then here up to this distance the ray optics is valid, because below this distance the ray optics is valid, above this distance the wave optics is valid. Then this is angular divergence that can be taken as theta. Then here the central maximum will be for, it is the central maximum. It is the central maximum. Then we are going to find the angular position of the central minimum. Okay, because we are going to find the width of the slit here. Okay, how to find the width of the slit here? By taking the angular position of the minima on the both sides. So what is the expression for the angular position of the minima on the both sides? Minima is formed due to the destructive interference. What is the path difference for destructive interference in case of diffraction of light? That is n into lambda. Then a sin theta is equal to n into lambda. But it is a first minima. First minima means here n is how much? 1. Then it is lambda. It is a into sin theta. Then sin theta is equal to lambda by a. Okay. Then for the small angle, sin theta can be taken as theta. Theta is equal to lambda by a. Then this distance can be taken as ZF. Okay. And here the size of the image of the slit is equal to slit width. What is that slit width? That is nothing but a here. Okay. So at this distance now, the size of the image of the slit is equal to slit width. That is a. Then by using the definition of angle, what is the definition of angle? Arc divided by radius. By the definition of angle, then what is the definition of angle? That is arc divided by radius. What is the arc here? Arc is nothing but a. From this diagram, arc is nothing but a here. See, and it is a Fresnel distance that can be taken as ZF. Then it is a slit. This is a slit here. Then it is a screen. And the size of the image of the slit is equal to slit width. That is a. If it is a, then it is also a. Okay. Then it is angle theta. Then what is angle here? Arc divided by radius. This is nothing but radius. But here this radius can be taken as Fresnel distance because slit width is very small. This slit width is very small means both are almost near. Both are almost near. That is why instead of radius I will take Fresnel distance, that is ZF. Then arc is nothing but a. The radius is nothing but ZF. Okay. So I will take it is equation 1, then it is equation 2. On comparing equations 1 and 2, because left hand sides are equal means right hand side must be equal. That is lambda by a equal to a by ZF. A by ZF. Then ZF is equal to the required ZF. So I will take ZF to the left hand side, that comes to the numerator. and a to the right hand side, that is a into a square, and lambda to the right hand side, that will be divided here. Then it is the expression for Fresnel distance. Then what is a here? A is nothing but the slit width. What is lambda here? The wavelength of the light used. And what is ZF here? That is nothing but Fresnel distance. Up to this distance, the ray optics is valid, and below this distance, again the ray optics is valid. Okay. What is the expression for Fresnel distance? That is ZF is equal to a square by lambda, where a is nothing but it is the width of the aperture, and also it is called width of the slit. Okay, aperture means here it is a small opening. Then where a is the width of slit or the width of aperture. Width of aperture. What is lambda? Lambda is nothing but wavelength of the light used. Lambda is the wavelength of the light used. Now what about first case here? At the distance smaller than ZF. ZF is nothing but Fresnel distance. At the distance smaller than ZF, the spreading of light due to the diffraction of light is smaller than the width of the beam of light. Okay, so listen here. The spreading of light, due to diffraction. Already you know that what do you mean by diffraction? It is the bending of the light at the edges of the slit or at the edges of the obstacle. Spreading of light due to diffraction is smaller than the width of the beam of light. The width of the beam of light. So means the spreading of light due to the diffraction of light is smaller than the width of the beam of light. Hence here the ray optics dominates. Okay. Hence the ray optics dominates at the distance smaller than the Fresnel distance. Hence the ray optics dominates. So see here. Then it is a beam of light. And if the rays of light travel straight without any deviation, and we will get the image of the aperture or image of the slit on the screen here. Then now, but due to the diffraction of light, okay, then here I will take this screen to this position now. Here what happens? The size of the image of the aperture is equal to the slit width or the width of the beam. It is the width of the beam. Width of the beam can be taken as A. Okay. So see here, the size of the image of the aperture is equal to the size of the beam of light or the width of the beam of light. Then this distance is called Fresnel distance, that is ZF. So below this distance, at the distance smaller than the ZF, here the spreading of light due to the diffraction is smaller. See here, it is smaller now. Again here it is smaller. Again here it is smaller. Means here the ray optics valid but not wave optics. If the distances are greater than ZF, the spreading of light due to the diffraction is greater than the width of the beam, then the width of the beam of light, hence the wave optics dominates or the wave optics valid. Listen here. Here the distance is greater than the Fresnel distance. If the distances are greater than Fresnel distance here, the spreading of light due to the diffraction is greater than the width of the beam of light, hence the wave optics dominates. Here the wave optics dominates. But here the ray optics dominates. Because here the spreading of light due to the diffraction is smaller, but here the spreading of light due to the diffraction is greater. That is why here the wave optics dominates, but here the ray optics dominates. And second case, at the distances greater than ZF, the spreading of light due to the diffraction is greater than the width of beam of light, means the width of this aperture here is greater than the width of beam of light. Hence the wave optics dominates. Means wave optics valid. So listen here. The spreading of light due to the diffraction is greater. Again here greater. So only when the distances are greater than Fresnel distance. But here the spreading of light due to the diffraction is smaller. Okay, only when the distances are lesser than the ZF. ZF means here Fresnel distance. Okay, this is a note related to the special cases related to the Fresnel distance. Now we are going to discuss about the example for the Fresnel distance. What is the example for Fresnel distance? Listen here. For what distance is ray optics a good approximation? Means up to what distance the ray optics is valid? Means we have to find Fresnel distance. When the aperture is 3 mm wide, means the size of the aperture means width of the aperture given, that is a 3 mm, and the wavelength is 500 nanometer. Then what is the wavelength of the light given? That is 500 nanometer. Then our aim is to find the Fresnel distance. Means up to what distance the ray optics is a good approximation, means the ray optics is valid. First we are going to write the given values. Solution given. Then size of the aperture given, that is width of the aperture 3 mm. In terms of meter, it is a 10 to the power of 3 into 10 to the power of minus 3 meter. Then what is the wavelength of the light given? That is 500 nanometer. In terms of meter, nanometer is nothing but 10 to the power of minus 9 meter. That is 500 into 10 to the power of minus 9 meter. So I will write this one as 5 into 10 to the power of minus 7 meter. Because I will displace the decimal point after 2 digits in the left direction. So that is why 10 to the power of plus 2. 5 into 10 to the power of plus 2 into 10 to the power of minus 9. 10 to the power of plus 2 into 10 to the power of minus 9. That is a 10 to the power of minus 7. It is the wavelength of the light used. Then we know that what is the expression for Fresnel distance? ZF is equal to A square by lambda. Then substituting the values. What about A? A is nothing but 3 into 10 to the power of minus 3 square divided by lambda is 5 into 10 to the power of minus 7. Lambda is 5 into 10 to the power of minus 7 and A is 3 into 10 to the power of minus 3, but it's a square. 3 square is nothing but 9. 10 to the power of minus 3 square. So 10 to the power of minus 3 square can be written as 10 to the power of minus 3 into 2. That is 10 to the power of minus 6. Okay. Into 10 to the power of minus 6 divided by 5 into 10 to the power of minus 7. Then I will take 10 to the power of minus 7 to the numerator. That becomes 10 to the power of plus 7. 10 to the power of plus 7 into 10 to the power of minus 6. That is a 10 to the power of 1. 9 into 10 to the power of 1 divided by 5. So 10 to the power of 1 is nothing but 10. 9 into 10, that is 90. 90 divided by 5. Then what is the 90 divided by 5? That is 18. Because 18 5s are 90, that is 18 meters. So why we are going to take this one is in meter? Because the width of the aperture and the wavelength both are taken in meter. Then Fresnel distance is also in meter. Means up to what distance the ray optics is good approximation? Up to the distance 18 meter. Okay. Even for the small aperture is small because that is in millimeter, but the Fresnel distance is maximum, that is up to how much? 18 meter. Means even for the small aperture, the spreading of light due to the diffraction is smaller. Okay. Means up to this distance the ray optics is valid. Okay, for the given aperture and for the given wavelength.